What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today. And today I have a very interesting, very exciting model unboxing for you all. So today we're going to be taking a look at the GeminiJets 1:400 scale Delta Airlines Boeing 727-200, and this has the Ron Allen livery associated with it. So as you can tell, we don't have an actual box here, just a plastic cradle. So there's actually a little bit of a backstory with this aircraft. So what happened here was I bought this probably over 2 years ago, quite a while ago, and it actually got stuck under my desk because I didn't know if I wanted to sell it or not, just under a bunch of papers. But I did find it today, and at the very least I'm going to unbox it. I kind of want to keep it because these did fly Tulsa quite a bit, and it is a cool aircraft. So we won't waste any further time. We are outside today. Got to maximize the opportunities while living in Charlotte. So anytime we're back home, we got to get our opportunities out here. And unboxings are fun because they're just so easy with the logistics of just bring out this table and that's it. So anyway, here it is, the Delta 727-200. As you can tell, the horizontal stabilizer there kind of came off, but that's an easy fix. So yeah, this is a really cool aircraft and certainly going to be a nice asset to utilize here in the collection. As I said, I haven't quite decided exactly what I want to do with this aircraft yet, but at the very least, I am very excited to have it. So let me go ahead and adjust this tripod. It has been raining like crazy here, so this might take just a moment here to get situated on the tripod aspect of this. So let me see. This is also my older tripod too, so quite a few variables that are a little different today, but fortunately, I think we're gonna make it just fine. So here it is, the Delta 727-200. This is, again, the GeminiJets release. So I think this is a really cool aircraft, very excited to have it, and overall, I think it looks really good. So definitely will be a huge asset to the collection, and definitely will be excited to use it over time. So very good looking aircraft, and overall really nice. So with that all being said, we're not gonna waste any further time. You can go ahead and get started with the review portion of the aircraft today. So let's see if I can. This is the only tough part about the grass is it's kind of gonna be pretty tough to find a level spot compared to inside. And if we could escape macro mode as well, this is a tough time for macro mode, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. So let me see if I can navigate this a little bit here. Okay. And now if I can just tilt just a little bit, that should be a pretty good view. You're also gonna hear leaf blowers and airplanes and birds, just all the outdoor functions of life. So it'll be pretty cool with Cessna right there for the airplane, because we know that's what we're here for. So that being said, let's take a look at this airplane. So here's the cockpit windows right here, and you have the cool piece above it as well. That looks pretty nice. And then you got the navy and red right here, which both look nice. They pair together very nicely. The Ron Allen livery was obviously pretty basic. You have the top in white for the bottom of that white fuselage there, but you obviously have the navy cheetah cross, which is not uncommon for this time frame, although it was one of the last major airline liveries that did encompass that big, design. Now, it's also worth noting that this livery is, I don't want to say despised on, but it's not, well thought of when it comes up, because this was a tough time in Delta's history as they actually declared bankruptcy with this livery before they introduced their next livery. So it's certainly an interesting aircraft to think about for all those reasons. But you do have the L1 door here in the nose landing gear and nose landing gear door. So those are certainly nice right there as well. And then you have the silver underbelly, which looks pretty cool too. So yeah, it is a nice model in the way the details done. The mold's pretty good. This is like a 2001 release. It's definitely an older offering here. But you do have the Delta older titles. That was obviously used with the colors of motion as well. So you can see that here. So you get the Navy part and the airlines. Personally, I think the colors of motion livery is one of the best ones. I think it is leaps and bounds better than this basic livery, but there's no problem with this either. And I do have a Ron Allen 737 I got for really cheap way back a couple years ago now. But anyway, you got the silver underbelly, and then you get the leading edge lights right there, which are quite nice too. Now this is the 727-200, of course, so you're gonna have the double door windows there between the emergency exit doors. 727 certainly was a workhorse, very capable plane, and the 737 followed it up very well. Plenty of seats, and you'll see the emergency exit hatch right there too. Pretty nice, and I think the design of the actual arrows themselves are pretty cool. And here's the wing. You have some good slat detail there. There's a good look at that. And then as for the top there, you can see the actual speed brakes, which they're not the best designed, but overall for that time frame, not bad at all. And then let me go ahead and show you the top there with the engines. This is a good view. A little bit of, fading there, but not too bad. Just kind of happens on model aircraft sometimes. But anyway, you got the registration, which is November 511 Delta Alpha. So pretty standard registration there. And then you do have the L2 door there as well, and obviously pretty similar to any T-tail like the MD-80 or DC-9. You certainly have similar aspects of that Boeing really introduced. This was kind of the flagship aircraft for it. But anyway, you got the 3 engines up above. That looked really cool. So you got 1, 2, and then obviously 3 right there. You got the beautiful exhaust piece. They're obviously pretty thin there. And yeah, I like the blue-red. That's probably one of the best parts of the delivery, that and the tail. So you can see that part's real cool there, and overall that looks real nice. And then you obviously have the top engine, which is very neat too, and overall that's certainly, excuse me everyone, a really good piece of the puzzle right there. So of course we absolutely love to see that. And you have the Delta Airlines itself, is you have the red and the navy, and then the older font style on it as well. And then you also have the top there with the horizontal stabilizers and those pieces to the puzzle as well. So that certainly looks quite nice, and overall a very nice looking aspect of it right there. When taking a look at the right side of the aircraft, it's pretty similar, but you have a larger R1 door than what most people would expect there. And a major difference is the baggage doors are actually there. You just can barely see them. So there they are. The first one, the main one there, is coming up there under the air titles, and then you have the other one there on that indentation piece. Pretty tough to see. But you also have a red circle on the emergency exit pad, which is really cool, and the R2 door looks nice as well. And then you have the faded piece there, the engine, so that's certainly looking fascinating as well. Top of the aircraft, as we kind of peeked at earlier, pretty basic, standard, not too much in the way of, any other details or discrepancies or any piece of the puzzle like that. And then as we take a look at the bottom of the aircraft, you can see the GeminiJets logo, and you love how the landing gear obviously plopped back like that. It's a big aspect of the airplane, so it's really cool to see that that's represented very well there. GeminiJets logo, again, polished belly, and then the air inlet there being that engraved in 2001, certainly very impressive, and overall looking very nice in the way of detail there. So overall that is really nice right there. So yeah, this is a very high quality aircraft. I would certainly recommend it if you're in the market for any 727. I also know that Aero Classics did do a couple of Delta ones as well, and those are pretty good ones too. And Gemini did do the widget, which I have. That's a cool one. I reviewed that probably 3 years ago now, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. But yeah, definitely would recommend this. This is a very good looking aircraft, and overall very, very nice. So certainly glad to have it. Feel free to let me know what you all think in the comments below. And yeah, this is definitely a huge asset. It's cool to think about what they used these on and where they flew around to. Several of these came from Western when they merged, but Delta also had several legacy ones, but I never got to see any of these, obviously, but it's cool to think about them flying to Atlanta, Salt Lake City, and Oklahoma City when Salt Lake City was paired up with OKC. So that was certainly a cool piece of the puzzle. But yeah, Western certainly made some really cool history here at the airport, and obviously induced Delta to have Salt Lake City service for forever and always. And now we're getting to take a look at the byproduct of that now. So again, I really hope all of you enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do what you love and love you do. My name's CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.